Hi guys, Tracy and Dust. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Love Story, the John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette story on Hulu and FX. So let's get started. Carolyn and John are back from their honeymoon. They enjoyed 2 weeks of honeymoon bliss on a boat, actually probably a yacht, and now reality hits. They have to go back to their lives and the paparazzi. The press is completely out of control. No one could have quite imagined what was in front of them. I mean, this was insanity, absolute insanity. Hundreds of paparazzi were waiting outside when they got back from their getaway, right in front of their loft. John knows how to handle the press. He holds a mini press conference outside of their loft. Can you imagine having to do this every time you go in public? I mean, he had one big press conference, and I think he really thought that was going to help, and maybe it did a little, but not much. It was a complete and total frenzy. You know, Carolyn thought it was bad before, and no one could have dreamed of what was ahead. But now it's like it's on steroids. I mean, whatever it was before was a million times worse. I'm sure Carolyn is thinking, what did I get myself into? I mean, holy cow. Well, what she was thinking of is her hot, delicious husband, and he's definitely worth it. But this is just really hard for such a private person like Carolyn. I mean, she just didn't realize what she signed up for. I mean, there needs to be some adjustments made, and I mean, maybe they need to move. I don't know. I mean, everybody seems to know where they are at all times. Anonymity is a luxury, and those that wish for fame really don't know what they're asking for. You no longer have any control of your day-to-day, and you have absolutely zero privacy. Carolyn was like a hostage or a prisoner in her own apartment. Carolyn is making the jump from Calvin Klein to Ralph Lauren. I mean, what a kick in Calvin's face. Ralph actually reached out to Carolyn, which is kind of disgusting, but why not, right? Carolyn's at the top of her game, and she is very sought after, and she's excited about it, and everybody's excited for her, and they want a little piece of that Camelot that was so familiar when John's dad was president. That whole romance of the Kennedy family. Carolyn's so excited for this interview, and when she comes out of the interview, after obviously already getting the position because they sought her out, the paparazzi waiting for her outside of Ralph Lauren was paralyzing for Carolyn. She was embarrassed by the crazy attention, and she didn't want to put Ralph Lauren in the middle of that. Carolyn, this is why they were hiring you, was to be in the middle of this. That's what she doesn't understand. They want this attention, and she doesn't. So she turns down the job, and she doesn't think that there's anywhere that she could be that wouldn't create this kind of frenzy, and that's really hard for her. Carolyn's anxiety is through the roof, and she had no idea what marrying John would entail. I believe she thought she could handle it because she just figured it was going to be the same as it was before, and the wedding really changed everything. It really ramped everything up. Michael Berman has a PR women trying to sell John on using Carolyn's current stardom to catapult his magazine. Just like they wanted John to use the wedding to catapult the magazine, just like they wanted to use John's image to catapult the magazine, John was not interested in this. John wanted to not be the face of his magazine. He wanted the magazine to stand on its own. Carolyn's already turned down Vogue and Harper's Bazaar. She's not going to be on his magazine. That's what he tells Berman anyway. She would have done anything for John, but this is not something that he wanted for either of them. John gives Michael a hard time. He says, so you don't want Carolyn's input on the magazine, but you sure will use her image for the cover of the magazine and all her notoriety for the cover of the magazine. It's true. It's like you can't have it both ways. You have to pick a lane. He just seems to be a thorn in John's butt, in my opinion. Michael has absolutely no shame in exploiting Carolyn or John for that matter. He is shameless and just won't let this go, even though they have had this argument over and over again. For some reason, it's just not sinking in. Carolyn is trying very hard, especially after her and John's fight in the park and her talk with Ethel. She is consciously trying to stay out of the public eye as much as possible. John is trying to respect and support her decision, and that is why she is trying to stay off the covers and out of the press. The PR gal asked John where he is on the George TV show. He says he's willing to do a brief intro on each show, but he still doesn't want to be the host. They need to find a host, and Michael has a minor temper tantrum per usual once again. He's ready to make some changes for himself and to make decisions on his own. I hope you loved this episode. It's always great. Did a great job with this docuseries, and I'm enjoying every moment of it. I really hope you are too. Please watch some of my other videos, subscribe if you like what you see, and have the most wonderful weekend that you could possibly have. Hug your family and enjoy yourselves. Bye.